exceeded her goal of $5,000 on her first try within less than 30 days. I think it was about 28 days. And then from there, she even filled seats for her next. So she's always one course ahead. If you've been listening and paying attention, like she has already pre-enrolled folks for June. She pre-enrolled folks for April, taking up March off. She's taking May off and pre-enrolling for June. And she already had pizza seats for her February class while she was teaching her January class.
That is correct.
If y'all don't get with these online courses, I don't know what else like you guys need to do this.
Listen, and I want to add in how serious it is, again, not just, with my family, the freedom to do different things, ability to help people, but I have literally made more money so far this year than some people make all year during the pandemic.
Hey guys, it's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. I've helped hundreds of creative entrepreneurs and business owners to take back their free time, generate additional revenue, and celebrate while living that work from anywhere lifestyle through creating online courses in digital education. So I'm super excited that you guys are here. Say it with me. Done is better than perfect. Master one thing at a time. Practice makes better. And this has to work. Right? Let's get it. Hey, party peeps, what is going on? It's Dr. Sonia, and I'm back. I'm back with Chanell Ketchmore, and I'm so excited, y'all. This is the one that I think I've been receiving the most requests about understanding what Chanell's journey has been. So Chanell is, yes, girl, I'm excited. So Chanell's the founder of Ketchmore Kids, which is a nonprofit organization, and I'll let her share a little bit more, but she has been in this space for over 15 years. Did I get that right, Chanell?
You got it right. Yes.
Yes. So we can learn a lot from her on today, guys. It's not just going to be about her course creation process, but just her being a business owner, also now a new grandmother. Like, I think that is amazing. So welcome, Chanell.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited, and anything that I can do to share, about my experiences, about my challenges, about the great things that have happened in my journey, I want to do that because I want to help other people win. That's what it is about. So I am very thankful and humbled that you even asked me to be here. I'm just glad to be here. Yes.
Girlfriend, yes, you are inspirational, like to me, to everyone else. And so I just wanted to make sure that, like you said, we're dropping those gems that's going to help people move forward. And let me just back up and say, yes, you are a new grandmother, but honey, you look amazing. Like, you look youthful. Absolutely.
Thank you. And so let me say, so I'm a second time grandmother. Our oldest son is 30. So we have a 2-year-old grandson.
I didn't know that.
Yes, my first granddaughter, Amore, arrived in March. So that's the first granddaughter. Yes.
Got it. Okay,
and that's my namesake.
Yes.
Amore.
Oh, she's your namesake.
Chanell is her middle name. So
I love it. Well, congratulations on being a second time grandmother. I'm excited about that. And that is very exciting. I had a chance to meet her, and she is so cute. She is so cute.
She is adorable. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. All right, let's get into this. Let's get to the nitty gritty because I know folks are waiting for it. So talk to us more about what it is that you do with Ketchmore Kids. And I know you have, I think, several businesses. So talk to us about being a businesswoman who is doing it in general.
Absolutely. So Ketchmore Kids is a nonprofit that I founded now 16 years ago. And, it really is the story of I didn't have any money. I didn't have a team. I didn't have any guidance. But here in my heart, I had such a fire that would not stop for what I wanted to do. And with Ketchmore Kids, what we do is use the arts. So music, dancing, singing, rapping, poetry, all of those artistic elements to work with kids who have experienced trauma. So we do a lot of work with social service agencies, with the court systems and juvenile justice, just in our community, with other community organizations. We are 10 toes down, putting it in, and we've been doing it from the beginning. And I remember, like, at the first event we did, we had maybe like 3 people show up, and this thing grew to where we had events where we had hundreds of people showing up. So,
Yes.
a lot of lessons, a lot of blessings in that journey. And my background had been in social work. So, I was working in the social work field, operating my nonprofit part time in the evenings and on weekends. And in 2015, the fire was burning so hot. And I kept hearing something within me say, "You need to do it full time. You need to do it full time." I resigned from my awesome social work position and launched my nonprofit, our nonprofit, Ketchmore Kids, full time. And literally since then, we just leveled up. We just kept leveling up. Doors open, blessings poured in, and people continuously ask, "How are you doing it? What do you do?" And I tried to make myself available, and wasn't able to do it, only to a certain extent, you know what I mean? And came
Mhm.
across what you were offering, that led to other business offers, other business opportunities for
Yes.
me that I have
Yes.
created because of being involved, though, in your program.
Oh, all
Yes,
the
yes, yes,
butterflies, okay?
yes,
All the
yes,
feels right now. I'm
yes.
so excited. I'm excited
Mhm.
that our paths cross because,
Yeah,
and I believe in law of attraction. I believe in
yes,
manifesting miracles and manifesting the people
yes,
that you're supposed to be connected to. And so I believe everyone's
absolutely.
destinies are interconnected. And if we don't show up, then other
Yes,
people can't show up. And so I'm just so thankful
absolutely.
that
Yes,
we cross paths because I'm telling you right now, everything that you are doing is absolutely amazing. You are
yes,
a person, and I say it all the time, who comes in, you came right into this program and like full speed ahead. So
yes,
talk to us about where you were like right
yes.
before you jumped in.
Great, great question. And I'm so glad that you asked that, because it does really speak to that law of attraction and being in tune and aligning yourself and knowing that what you ask for, the universe will give that to you if you are paying attention and you are receptive and you are ready to really step into that and give it your all. And so here is where I was, right? Had this nonprofit, I still have the nonprofit, great team, and we were leveling up, getting people DMing, calling, whatever. "Hey, can I meet with you?" And I felt like I was being pulled in a lot of directions because I truly wanted to help. So I would carve out 30 minutes here or an hour lunch there to help these folks. And I would always tell them, and I realized myself, there's only so much information that I can give you in 30 minutes or an
Mhm.
hour if you're looking at setting up a whole nonprofit foundation, right?
Yes.
So I wanted to get into consulting and doing classes and things like that, but I was not sure how. Now, while I had my nonprofit, I had been blessed and able to also open a private practice as well. So
Nice.
here I am, successful nonprofit founder, successful private practice owner, yet I could not figure out how to package classes or consulting or anything like that. I had all these ideas in my brain, but I felt like I was overthinking stuff and I could never get it right. This is a space that I was in for about 2 years,
Mm.
about 2 years. But I stayed prayed up, I stayed meditating, I stayed positive, and I stayed being receptive to what was coming into my space. And so when I came across you, Dr. Sonia, it really, your energy spoke to me, what you were doing. I was like, okay, wow, this is what I've been trying to do. So I watched, I paid attention for a little while. I followed your posts and things like that. I joined, I think it was a webinar that you offer, but your energy, your consistency, your message was spot on. And I had to say to myself, wait, I've been asking for this and it's right here in front of me. So why am I hesitating? Do I want to truly do this, or
Right.
do I not want to do it? And if I see it right in front of me, but I'm not willing to take advantage of that opportunity, then basically I'm saying I'm okay with staying in the same cycle and doing the same thing and saying, oh, I want to do it, but not actually getting the guidance to do it. So, something that I have been trying to do for 2 years, I signed up for you, it was the end of November. I actually started promoting my course. And I don't think I will ever forget this time frame or these dates. I signed up the end of November, started with you. I started promoting my first course on December the 14th. And the progress, the things that came in, that flowed in after that, I'm telling you, within 30 days, I was able to put something together with your help and your guidance that I have been trying to do for 2 years as a successful nonprofit founder, as a successful business owner. And yet I wasn't able to translate that and bring that to fruition until I got connected with
Oh my
you. So,
goodness.
yeah, that was really monumental for me. That was really major. And so it was clearly and is clearly something that you offer and a way that you present it and help folks that is easy to receive, is easy to follow, is easy to implement. You make it make sense.
Oh goodness. Thank you, girl.
You know
You
what I
got me over here
mean?
about to cry.
And I'm tearing up too because this is real. And so it has truly been mind blowing for me. And all of this during a pandemic,
Yeah.
to where we haven't yet, not yet, because we will, if I end up having to come to you, we're going to meet face to face, but we have
Yes.
done this virtually. And I have had some amazing mentors. But I'm talking about virtually what you have helped me accomplish
Oh,
in
Chanel.
this amount of time has been nothing short of amazing. Not just the money, but putting the whole thing together, and the money has been good. The money has been like the icing on the cake. So I just thank the higher power for this journey. And the money is just, he's just throwing some sauce on it for me. Because
Yes.
I'm still helping people build their
That's
nonprofits.
right.
That's what my course is about, helping people build their nonprofits. So they are on calls with me, they are on sessions with me, talking about their visions and their work to help other people. So I am
Yes.
still helping people. So the money that I'm making doing it, man, that's just a little extra
That's
sprinkle
right.
on top. And I receive that blessing as
That's
well.
right.
Just like I receive all the rest of my blessings, I'm going to receive that one too.
That's right. That's right. I love it because that is what helps us continue on to impact more
Yes,
people. And I love that. I love
yes,
so many of the points that you touched on. I want to come back
yes,
to the timeline that you
yes.
talked about. You got me over here, girl. I'm all
I'm
messed up.
telling
Okay. I'm about
you,
to run
yeah.
all of my makeup. But
I'm
I want
sorry.
to, no, you are good. Like, this is why I do what I do. And I can tell how sincere you are. And the reason that you do what you do is for the same reason I do, is to make
Yes,
impact, to help people change their lives. And
right.
that transformation is so important. So we're going to come back to the timeline. We're also
Yes,
going to come back to your profits, if you don't mind sharing. But what I
absolutely. Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. What I want to talk about, Chanel, real quick, is you talked about the decision to jump and how long it took you and kind of that internal battle. And I know that a lot of folks are facing that right now, especially in this climate where everything is online, right? We're moving into more sophistication when it comes to online learning and online buying. And so talk about the decision-making process, like what finally clicked for you to say, you know what, I need to take the jump.
Yes. So for me, having done and completed and accomplished some things, I'm thinking, okay, I got this, I can do this. And there were some components of it that, you shared with me that may have been similar to a few things that I had thought about before I connected with you. But then there were some things that were completely new. And sometimes you just need a breath of fresh air and something else and someone else that's going to help you get to that point. And so for me, it was being very tired of the circle, right? I got this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. But right now, ideas, not even sometimes being able to follow what I wrote down, but knowing
Yep.
that it's here, you know what I mean? But not being able to translate that and put it out there in a way, and just not having a handle on that at all, right?
Yeah.
And so it was also the opportunity, right? So what you were offering is exactly what I have been saying that I wanted to do. So again, I had to make it make sense for myself, because if this is something I've been saying that I want to do, and I have been saying it for almost 2 years. And I have now this opportunity right in front of me. And so, again, that law of attraction, because I had not just been thinking it here, hadn't just been feeling it here. I had been speaking this, I had been saying this to my family. This is something that I want to do. And so, I was very clear on that. That is one thing that I will say to anyone who's considering: be clear on what you want, because when you jump, if you're going to jump but not put the follow through and the action behind it to make it work for you, then you don't need to jump right now.
That
So
part.
yeah, yeah. So I knew that I was ready. And when I jumped, I was fully committed. Like, again, I even had my family on board to say, hey, this is what I'm about to start doing. I'm going to need you all to support me in this, because I need my schedule every day from this time to this time. I'm going to be studying. I'm going to be participating in these. Like, I literally went through this with the folks that are close to me and help support me. I had to look at my schedule and clear certain things out. And I had to make a commitment to myself, right? That this is what I'm going to do. And once I did that, I held myself accountable and I stayed to it, because I'm thinking, if I remember correctly, you were saying like within 30 days, this can happen for you. So I'm like, okay, 30 days. I can't fully commit to this for 30 days, yet this is what I'm saying I want to do.
Mhm.
So I held myself accountable, and that, for me, getting out of that pattern of talking about it but not doing it, helped me jump. Being confident in what you were sharing with me and what you were able to help guide me towards and deliver on, that helped me jump. But here, right, being sure that I was committed and going to put my all into it for the next 30 days, that helped me jump. Mhm.
Yes. And
And
that's
being
it.
very intentional about that. Yeah.
That's it. That
Yeah.
part. And I was going to
Yeah.
say that, and I'm glad you brought that up. It's mindset, right?
Yeah.
And you, it's twofold. It's mindset. It's the commitment that you make to yourself. It's a
Yeah.
commitment that you are making up in your mind that this is something that you're going to do. And I think that, and feel free to add to this or tell me I'm wrong. But when I come across folks who say out loud that they're ready to do this, but still feel the need to check with other people, family
Yeah.
member, friends,
Yeah.
about doing it, that's not what you said just now. You
True
said,
indeed.
I knew I was going to do this and
Yes.
they had to be on board. Not, I'm about to
Yes.
go ask, can
Yes.
I do this? Should I do this? No, it was, listen, y'all, I'm about to do this. Ain't nothing
Yes.
changing my mind. So y'all need to
That's
get on
it.
board. And I think that's
That's
the
it.
difference.
It
Mm-hmm.
is a huge difference, and you are so on point. So that was very clear. I knew what I wanted, and at the very least, I was like, you know what? It's not going to put me in any worse position than to do this and commit to it for the next 30 days, because if I don't do it, I already know where I'm going to be, and I didn't like being in that space.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
that. I couldn't have said it any
Yeah.
clearer. So let's talk about, so that was the decision to jump. I love it. Like, you are being so clear right now. And like I told you, I love, and I tell you all the time, I love, number one, your spirit, your energy, but the fact that you are a businesswoman, you are about your business,
Yes,
right? And you know
ma'am.
what you want. Like, that's it. Like, I love
Yes.
that, because we have to be sure about what we're doing. Absolutely. We
Yeah.
have to be sure about what we're doing in order to make the commitment. And all the programs and mentorship that I continue to invest in, the masterminds that I invest in, is for that reason. Like, I know where I'm at right now, but I know where I'm trying to get to. And
Yes,
so I need somebody who's already there to come show me, how can
that's
I do
right.
this? Yes. And
Right.
so
Yes.
let's flip back to this timeline too, because you're like, you told me I could do it in 30 days. And I'm like, I can't commit for 30 days, you know? So talk us through, okay, that commitment for 30 days. Did you believe initially that it could happen within 30 days? Honestly.
I not the thousands and thousands of dollars, right? But I was confident that it would generate something. And I was okay with that. And I'm gonna tell you how it really translates into my actions, how I was okay with that, right? So when I first started and everything, I said, okay, I'm going to launch my first course for 500. First, no, I started with $497. But I said to myself, I want to reach the 5,000 goal. And I had shared that with you. And you was like, well, yeah, you might want to raise it up. Like, if that's your goal. And I thought about it. I said, okay, Dr. Sonia's right. 5,000 is what has been coming to me. So I'm going to stick with that. So I ended up raising my price up for the course to $597. And then I'm going through my lessons in CYOC. I'm interacting with the other members in the Facebook group and on the calls. And I'm seeing folks with prices that's, $1,000 or $2,000. And I'm like, hey, maybe I undervalue myself. And and a part of your value and all of that is a part of the course. And I'm like, dang. So I was at a point that I was going to raise my price, right? But then I said, you know what? I'm going to keep it at 597 because my goal was $5,000. And I said, if I hit that goal, then I have accomplished what I said, okay, this is what I want to hit within the 30 days. So I kept it at 597. It worked well for me because when I was promoting, like I said, I first started promoting on December 14th, 2020, and it was close to holiday time. So I said in my catchy post, hey, invest in yourself this holiday season. This is my holiday pricing. Lock in now because you won't ever see this price again.
That's
And it
right.
worked, and I think, let's see, in December, I only had one person who registered and paid, right? But once I had that one person, I was like, yes. And I went through a few calls before I got that first person. And I remember asking you, like, how many folks did you talk to before you got your first call? I was nervous on my calls. Me, successful nonprofit founder, successful business owner, all these amazing things. I was nervous on my calls. I was fumbling my words. I was practicing my script with my family. Like, does this sound right? All of these different things, doing the Q&As with you. Got my first person to register. I was like, oh, yes. And still, like, okay, because at this moment, I'm still in CYOC.
Yep.
I'm still building my course on the back end. I don't even know if I had started building my first week yet
Nope,
at
you
that
did
point.
not. I
You
remember
know,
that because you said, how many calls, Doc? I don't have anybody yet. And it was like a day or two later, you were like, I got my first person. And I was like,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
So I have my person signed up. I don't even have a course built yet, right? But I'm working on it because I'm doing my coursework, right? So I'm like, okay, trust the process
That's
in doing
right.
that. And so my course launch date was set for January 25th, 2021. And I think like the beginning of January, I may have got my second person. But once I got into like, 2 weeks and then 1 week out from my course launch date, I had three more people enroll and then another person. And I was like, whoa. And before I knew it, I had hit that goal of making $5,000 from having people enroll at the group rate. So joining the group sessions that we had. And I had a couple, I think it was two people in that class who registered for my premium pricing
Yes.
and the one-on-one. So, the timeline for me was very real because remember, I started promoting my first course on December 14th. And before January 25th, I made, I think it was over
You did.
$5,000
I was gonna say you
selling.
exceeded $5,979. I will not ever forget it.
Yes, yes. So
Yup.
that was amazing. Now, that was still building a course, still learning, still and I still learning now. But at that point in launching my first course, it was even more impactful because I'm like, wow, I didn't even really fully have the amount of time to invest in promotion and some of these other areas because I was just really a new CYOC student myself
Yup.
and trying to
Same here.
build a course on the back end. So it was crazy. And to get that kind of success and be blessed in that way in that short amount of time, that was it for me. Like, you got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, I remember the
I'm here for it all.
celebration. Yeah, all of it, right? Yes.
Yes.
You were like 28 days, over 5 grand. I'm like, Chanel,
Yes.
round that up to 6 grand, please. Like
Yes. Yes. Yes.
that was
Yes.
exciting. And then I think if I remember correctly, you turned around and pre-enrolled for your next course
Yes.
while your current course was getting ready to be launched. And you
I
did
did.
about $5,000 for that pre-enrollment as well.
Yes. And I raised the price
Oh my
because the
goodness.
holiday price was gone. And I told them,
Yep.
get this holiday rate because you won't see it again. And thankfully, I was able to stick to that. And that's what happened. And I had several of my students who enrolled in my first course launch who, by word of mouth, shared their success and what they were doing. So, a few of the people in my second class came from word of mouth from folks who had signed up from the first class.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow. Isn't that
yes, yes.
incredible? Like, and this is the point. Like, this is what I love to teach people about online courses. When you do the work the first time and you focus on getting your students results and you focus on making impact over making money,
Yes,
people will go tell people, listen, I got these results. Like, you could do it too, but you need to sign up for this program. Let's go. Right. And so you
yes,
got to focus on the impact. That's what's super important. Now,
yes,
tell the people about your April launch, please, Chanel, because I know you took
yes,
off for March, right?
yes,
You took off March,
yes,
but what
yes.
happened in April?
Okay, so from the beginning, I did exactly what you said. I followed each step in CYOC, and I was a person typically that would be like, "Oh, I got this. I know how to do this." Da 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 da. But a part of my commitment was I'm going to follow Dr. Sonia's method, and I'm just going to do what she says to do. So
Yes.
I did every single exercise, every activity, everything. I did that,
You
right?
did.
And
Yep.
so we wrote it, and impact was important because I did also say to myself, this was another commitment. I am going to pour my all into every person that enrolls. What I
Yes.
have, my experiences, the things that didn't work, what did work, whatever I can do to help them win, I am going to do that. So it was
Yes.
about impact and the quality of what I was going to provide. And so I did that. And it did go well for January. It went well for February. And so, March, and we get into April. Now, nonprofits, that's my area. So I have nonprofit newbies. That's the course that I've been talking about. And along the way, one of the things that kept coming up was grants, whether it was a new nonprofit leader or an experienced one. They all wanted information about grants. So I ended up filling my April class of nonprofit newbies and creating a second course just on grants. And I was able to fill that class. So I
Mhm.
had nonprofit newbies running and a new grants course running as well. Some of the folks from nonprofit newbies enrolled in the grant, some didn't. For the grants, sometimes it was experienced nonprofit folks. They didn't need
Mhm.
the new stuff. They didn't need to know how to start. They just needed to know how to get to the bag.
Yeah.
right? Because they're a nonprofit. So I had two courses. So I now have two courses that I offer. Now, here's the most amazing thing. I have taken a break for May to recollect, to re-energize, to go through, information, to get feedback from students, to continue to work with you.
Yes.
Yes,
And make the programs better. That's
yes,
necessary sometimes. That's
yes,
awesome. That's how you know you are making impact and you are
yes,
truly a leader. Go
yes.
ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off. I'm
no, no.
excited.
You're absolutely right. But the next course doesn't start until June 28th. That's nonprofit newbies. But I am on track to have June be the first month, the first course that I actually bring in 10,000 just for that. That doesn't even include the grant course
I'm
because
so
that's
excited.
going to be launching right after that for a second one. But this June will be my first hitting that mark of 10,000. And I'm on track. It starts June 28th, and I already have peeps filling up my seats
Yes,
already.
yes,
Already.
Chanel.
So,
Congratulations,
yes.
girl. I'm excited. Like I got when I tell you all the feels right now, like all the butterflies, all the tinglies, I got all the stuff right now. Okay. I am so proud of you. Like even in the midst of taking breaks in order to make your program better or just enjoying the life that you are creating, spending
Yeah.
more time with your family, like you are
Yeah.
still making impact and you are still bringing in the
Mm,
bag.
mm,
Okay.
mm.
Like
Yeah.
that is
It's
incredible.
amazing.
And you
It's
almost hit
amazing.
10 grand for April too,
I
right?
did. I did. I got very, very close. Very,
Yes.
very close. I think I was like eight, maybe 8 or 9. I can't remember exactly, but you are correct. I was
Yes.
right there. I was right there. Um, what one of the things you helped us with was having our morning routine, right?
Mhm.
And our daily affirmations. And that was one of the activities. I said I followed it to the T. So I created my affirmations, I put them beside my bed. I have electronic copies in my phone, in my schedule book, I have printed copies, and I read through them a few times a day. I still do that now. And it is really something to read through the affirmations that I started with back in November, and the power of the word, right? The power of everything that we're doing. And what I said in my affirmations: more money to do things with my family, financial stability, more money to invest in other business ventures should I choose to, right?
Yes.
Those things are happening. This has allowed those things to happen, and that has been beautiful. I'm very thankful. I'm very humble by it and appreciative. And yeah, I just appreciate everything that you have really helped me to be able to accomplish with this. Truly.
Thank you,
So,
Chanel. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. They tell me, y'all always tell me inside of CYOC, take my flowers, take my
yes,
credit, right? So I'm going to do
I'm
that very
telling you.
humbly. And I
Yeah,
appreciate you, Chanel. I do.
yes.
Man, I'm just so excited. Like I'm blown away. So timeline, let's recap this, y'all.
Ooh,
Okay. Chanel joined the end of November.
yes.
Chanel started promoting her course December 14th before her content was created, meaning she was
Yes.
pre-selling her course. Okay. She had
Yes.
not a clue of, now, mind you, she did have a clue because she's a leader. She's been
Oh
doing this for a
yeah.
while now, but she did not know how to package this. She did not know how to
No.
put her content into the course.
Right.
Okay. Into the, like, she didn't know how to do that part. Okay. So
No.
she's just pre-enrolling people. She's like, come on, y'all, I got a course. And then, I don't know where that's at yet, but come on, y'all. And she pre-enrolled people, filled her seats, exceeded her goal of $5,000 on her first try within less than 30 days. I think it was about 28 days. And then from there, she even filled seats for her next. So she's always one course ahead. If you've been listening and paying attention, like she has already pre-enrolled folks for June. She pre-enrolled folks for April, taking
Yep.
up March off. She's taking
Yep.
May off and
Right.
pre-enrolling for June. And she already had pizza seats for her February class while she was teaching her January class.
That is
Y'all,
correct.
if
That
y'all
is
don't get with
correct.
these online courses, I don't know what else like you guys need
Yeah.
to do this.
Listen, and I want to add in how serious it is, again, not just, with my family, the freedom to do different things, ability to
Yes.
help people. but I have literally made more money so far this year than some people make all year during the pandemic.
Yes.
I created a whole, this is the other business. So I had my private practice, but I have created a new LLC strictly devoted to my courses. And I have made more money this year so far than some people made for the entire year.
Yes. That's it. Like, bing. If I could stick a pin in that, I really would, because that's the freedom. This is the freedom piece. It's not just about how much money Chanell has made. It's the freedom that comes with that money. It's
Yeah.
her why. So guys, we're not just creating courses. We are beyond that, right? We're moving into a space now where courses provide opportunities to begin businesses. We are growing one online course into a business, and Chanel's created 2 online courses now, like since December. Hello, y'all. We are in right now, as we're recording this, it is May 14th. This is exactly, is it 6 months?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
It is.
Exactly
It
6
is.
months
Yeah.
into this. Chanell has 2 courses, and I'm blowing my own mind just saying this out loud. Chanell has 2 courses already, has made more money than some people make in an entire year,
Yes.
and now has the freedom and the ability to take months off, all right, of doing
Yes.
this and spend time
And
with our family and
yes.
still bring that profit in, still
Yes.
collect the bag, still
Yeah.
collect the check.
Yes, and these folks that I am helping to create their nonprofits, they are staying connected with me. So I am seeing their nonprofits come to life. I am
Yes.
seeing them now starting to do their programming with kids, with domestic violence victims, with homeless folks, with whoever it is that they are serving. I am now getting to see them put their programs into action after coming through the courses that I am offering. So
Isn't that the best?
it is.
It's the best feeling. Like, and that's what, when I watch you, Chanell, and I watch others like you inside of CYOC, it's the best feeling, because it's like, I made it here. I'm not gonna keep this knowledge to myself. I'm gonna reach back and give it to you guys. But in turn, it's each one teach one, right? And so when you learn it, now you're giving it out to your people. And I feel connected to even your people who are coming through your program, because it's
Yes.
an extension of what I've
Yes.
been able to help you do. And so it's just, oh my goodness,
This
like,
is
this is
really
what
cool.
happens.
It is. And
Yeah.
you have said that you talk about me a lot, but I talk about you a lot. I talk about
Oh,
you in my courses, and I would say, well, listen, I'm gonna tell you how my mentor told me,
yeah.
done is better than perfect. That is what she told me. So you have to get it done. You have to do it,
Oh,
but I also have my folks that go through my courses that tell me things like, you know what, this has helped me out. They share with me what I'm sharing with you, they share with me. So I get how you're feeling. And I had one of my folks who told me, she said, you know what? She was in my first course. This was my 597 holiday rate, right? And she said, you really should be charging more for your course.
Yup, I told you that before you launched. I was like,
You did.
Chanell.
You did.
So
And
I'm
I said,
glad.
dang, okay.
Confirmation. Yes. I am so glad, because you are a wealth of knowledge. And I knew you were going to. And that's what we do as leaders, right? Is we over deliver.
Yes.
And I knew it. I could see it in you. I was like, she is about to over deliver in this program. And she's about to
Yes.
get all her students right.
Yes. Yes.
So that's amazing.
Yeah, but it has taken that commitment. There have been some long days. There have been studying. There has been me reviewing the videos that you have sent, actually following through on the activities and exercises that you have assigned to us in the classroom, being engaging with the other members,
Yes.
all of those things. So there has been a lot of work that I have put into it, and I am thankful and glad that I did every part of it. And as I said, I'm still learning now. I go back and review things now that I feel like I'm in a better space to do that. I still go in and tweak my classroom. I'm looking at feedback that I'm getting. So it is still work that's being put in to help continue to make this happen. for sure.
That's right. And I appreciate you being transparent on that part, because I tell people all the time, listen, this is a process that, yes, once you do it one time, you can start to put pieces of it on autopilot and it will run for you. However, if anybody is telling you that you can put your business on autopilot, they lie. They are lying, and you need to run the other way, because that's not true. You need to show up for your people to make the impact. Like, you still need to show up for pieces of your business. However, when you got an online course, when you got a digital product like that, that you do it one time and you can just put it on autopilot. And that's the beauty of what we're talking about here today, about the freedom piece, right? And so, yes, I agree. It's definitely work that you got to put in, but that's why it was so easy for you, I think, Chanell, is because you made the commitment from the very beginning. Like, you committed to yourself, you committed to your family, because whether we know it or not, our actions do impact our families. Like, and it's, do you want to stay where you are? I love the two questions that you ask yourself. Like, if I don't take the jump, I know where I'm gonna be at and I don't want to be there. I'm not comfortable. Do I want to take the jump and excel, not just for me, but for all of the people that I'm going to help and for my family? So I love that you've been so transparent on today, Chanell. Is there any last piece of advice that you would give to someone who's right on the edge of jumping or thinking about it? Like, what do you want to say to those folks?
Jump. You know why? Listen, when I share the opportunity, even with my closest supporters and family, and some of them will be like, "Are you sure?" Or "How much is it?" Or "How do you know that you can trust it?" Or "What if this happens?" You know, having doubts, or "What if it doesn't work?" and things like that. And I had to stay firm in knowing that my vision is my vision for a reason, and knowing where I wanted to go and what I was willing to put in and what I had asked the universe for that was now right before me, right? I had to be in alignment with that. And then I made the decision to jump. And now some of those same family members, I was like, "Oh, are we gonna take a trip?" Or, "Oh, you want to class tonight?" Or, right. So they see it now, you know. But if you know where you want to be, and this is speaking to you, this is touching you, hey, you need to take the jump and be committed to doing it. I just encourage you to take the jump and follow the steps each and every way. You will not regret it.
Yes, I love that. I love you, Chanell. I appreciate you. Absolutely. And you know that you are still always and forever a family member of CYOC Jump First, and just
You're
my
not
family
going
in
nowhere.
general. Okay.
How dare I not tell somebody like I participate and I pay to participate in some of our continued Q&A. Why would I not? Do you know how much money you have helped me make in this amount of time? How much guidance, how much stuff you have helped me, and still, make it make sense, right? It's a no-brainer. So why wouldn't I stay connected?
I love it.
And amazing. Like,
Thank you.
Give yourself a pat on the back, like, for real. Truly, seriously.
Thank you, Chanell. I appreciate that.
You are doing it, sis. So, hey, hats off to you on what you are doing it, because I talk about you and I'm like, "Oh no, my mentor is doing it." Like, I'm trying to get like her.
Yes. I love it. And you know what? I'm gonna hold you to us meeting one day very soon, because we have to. I just want to give you a big old hug. Hang out, like, again, like, I love it. I love it. Awesome sauce, guys. So I appreciate you again, Chanell, being here. Again, everyone who is listening to this, I hope that it has been helpful. If you have questions still, then feel free to reach out in the DMs. Let me know. You know, you can reach me definitely on Instagram at Jump First ORG. So it's Jump First ORG, Jump First org. Or you can send us an email to hello@jumpfirst.org. Where can the folks reach you if they want to learn more about what it is that you're doing, Chanell?
Yes, so I have 2 pages, guys. So my personal one, which is still awesome and positive, and a lot of folks have reached out to me there on Instagram, is Chanell, CHANELL_carrion, CARRION. Now, the new LLC that I launched from my guidance from Dr. Sonia and CYOC is called Honey Bee Cosmic. HONEY, the letter B, and Cosmic, COSMIC, also on Instagram. And that's the new page, and it's lit. So y'all better tap
I
in.
love it.
Yes.
Yes, I love it. I gotta make sure I'm following that new page.
Yes.
This has been amazing. We'll catch y'all next time.
Thank
See y'all.
you. Take care. Okay.